Do not fail me.
So, we're doing the video today for Ruckus. And Boat. So, the first thing I want to talk about with Ruckus is that Ruckus is quite possibly the worst tank in the game. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, Ash has good damage reduction abilities and decent shielding. Barrack has decent shielding and sustain off his turrets. Fernando has a very strong shield, a pretty powerful ult for sustain and formidable. He has ways of keeping himself alive with some sustain as well. Inara is just straight damage reduction and an increase in healing. Khan's very flexible with a personal shield. He can deploy at will, plus some decent damage reduction, some decent ways to gain health. You look at Makoa. Makoa is very strong. Not as much damage reduction and as much sustain, but just high health and good shielding. Terminus has a lot of damage reduction and can just soak up so much stuff with his power siphon. Even Torvald can use his recharge properly as a way to avoid damage sometimes, but it does have a longer cooldown. I think a lot of people Ruckus just doesn't do enough tankiness. Ruckus. He has 4,000 health, and you can buff that to 4,750, which is substantial, but he just doesn't have the defense.
Do not fail me.
So, when looking at what we have for him, he's an incredibly high DPS. And you're going to be using Rocket Barrage most of the time. Aerial Assault is pretty much a situational pick for me. I do have two builds around Aerial Assault. So one is against... One is against high knockback characters, or like if I'm going up against like Ash, Khan, people like that, I'll run that. Because it keeps me from getting knocked around too much. And then that is, if I just don't have a strong enough healer, I can run that. And then the other two are based around Rocket Barrage, where you get the 3 sets of rocket launchers. So you have this one, which is kind of like just rocket spam. This is just general rocket spam, which is nice. And then you have this one, which is a healing build based around those rockets when I have a bad healer, but we still need more damage. So, we're going to try and put together a build for his worst talent, which is Flux Generator. And Flux Generator is just bad. Let's get that straight. Flux Generator is not good. Your shield does not have a lot of health. First off, it lasts for 3.5 seconds and absorbs 2,500 damage. That's great and wonderful, but at Wrecker, it's slightly stronger than a Torvald shield. And it doesn't stack with Torvald shielding, which I want to add. So, it's not really that great. Now this would increase the health of the shield to 3,750, making it just short of being double a Torvald shield. Which actually makes it a decent shield, but the enemy team can just buy Wrecker.
Do not fail me.
I hate that thing. Okay, so let us talk about what we have. For cards. Quick Loader is an interesting card, but it's not something really great. You can stack this to 35% reload speed, but then again, you're not even getting Deft Hands 2. You can purchase Deft Hands 1 for this, but Ruckus, believe it or not, doesn't really benefit from reload speed. He doesn't. You can... it does make a decent filler, but it's not a good card to be running on him. We're going to talk about No Chill and Dapner later on. So, Countermeasure is a card. Again, I'm not a fan of this. It gives you a 750 health shield for 4 seconds. So it does give you a decent amount of shielding, but it does have a 45-second internal cooldown. If this was at a 30-second cooldown, and it didn't stack at certain intervals, I would like that better. For example, if it scaled where for every 10% of your max health you drop below, it granted you a shield, like a 750 shield, I would like that. But the problem is, the amount of the shield is what scales. So I'm not really a fan of that. Another card that I don't really like on him is Metal March. Metal March gives you up to 15% damage reduction for 2 seconds activating missile launcher, and it's designed to go well with Rocket Barrage because you can just fire off 3 sets of rockets in like 2 seconds and stack up, 45% damage reduction. In practicality, the amount of damage reduction you're getting is not significant enough. It's Haven 2. It's not going to benefit you that much. At the same time, you also have the advanced one, where you can get up to 15% damage reduction for 3 seconds after activating Advance. Now, yes, you do have the 3 charges of your Advance on Aerial Assault, but again, the same problem for me. It's simply not enough damage reduction. I like Fuel Reserves. It is a good filler. Extended Magazine can be nice, but you don't want to put a lot of points into it. Getting 75 ammo back a dash is nice if you're going for an infinite ammo build, but it doesn't quite work. Like, you need other cards. That's the other thing, too. Air Cooled is a decent card, but you have to put some points into it. Most of what we're going to be going around is emitter stuff, which is why I'm saving it for last. Same thing with At the Ready. Successful hits with the rocket launcher, restoring 5 ammo, so it goes up to 25 ammo per rocket. That's not strong. I think that's completely outmatched by extended magazines. Crystal Capacitator and Opulence are good cards. Opulence is only good, in my opinion, out of 4 or 5 if you're on a Rocket Barrage build. Crystal Capacitator should be run, like, pretty much all the time, because by default you have an 8-second cooldown, and this is one of the few cards that I run at 3.5 seconds, just because I'm cutting the cooldown down by 3 seconds. That's how I look at it. You know, I could run it here and it would round it, but I just like running this card at 5. Don't question it, just go with it. It's the one time I'm a hypocrite on that. So we pretty much covered all of this. What we haven't covered are these. This is not a good card, the Regenerative Alloy, up to 25 ammo per second, because it only is effective while your shield is up. And this is not a good card, because while your emitter is up, you can get up to 250 health per second, which is not good, because it only lasts while the shield is up. So, the build we are going to be going with today... Okay. So, we're going to increase the duration, and we're going to reduce the cooldown of the shield. So the shield will last us for 7.5 seconds. The cooldown will be reduced by a decent amount. This is a good filler. This is a good filler. The thing with No Chill, I didn't mention No Chill, is that No Chill at tier 3 gives you the same rate of fire as when you're regularly moving, which is why I like it. So, I like having No Chill in there to make me a bit faster, but I don't really see a point in that. I guess I can put countermeasure in. Make it 600 head? Nah, that's just not gonna last. See, I don't even like that card as a filler. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what do I want to put in as a last filler? Air cool? No. I could put nanotechnology in, but it's just... Yeah, I could put nanotechnology in. So we'll put it there, because it'll be 7.5 seconds and you heal 200 health per second. So this is what we're going to go with. Okay. We're just going to jump into a game with this now. I find it funny, I said to myself, hey, I'm going to do a video every day for a month, and I forgot to do a video yesterday. I'm a fucking genius. So I'm gonna try and put some videos in today. I'll go to a pure online and try and rope some people in afterwards. I hate that gun. I fucking hate that gun. Didn't pay to win on it. So bad. There is a lot of stuff in here for me to do on the battle pass. I'm kind of just gonna play and see what happens. I just find it funny. So you have some of this stuff here. So earn 300 objective time in a match, heal 200,000 health in a match, shields for 200,000 in a match, deal 200,000 damage in a match, deal 20,000 damage within 20 seconds. You know, all that stuff, that happens a lot. I can get that stuff. It's just a matter of, like, getting the right game. The grinder one, dealing the million health, million damage. That's just grinding for me. The siege matches, onslaught, TDM, credits, that's just grinding for me. Lifesaver. So killing 30 players with Furious Strike, with Pyro Strike Fury, that's exterminate more than likely. They're dealing 600 total damage with Illusionary Mirror and Shatter, and a heal 1,000,000 with Grok, Healing Totem, and Lightning Staff. I just played Grok recently, and it didn't give me any progress towards that Healing Staff, so I'm wondering if I have to have, like, both up at the same time, which requires me to use a talent I hate. Hit 3 players with Genos all 3 times. That's pretty easy. Use Weightless for 250 seconds. That's if I ever play Pip. Hit 100 players with Heroic Leap. They want me to use Bounce House. That's not happening. Kill 35 players with Andrew Reversal. That could happen. Kill 50 players with Talus Overcharge.
Choose your champion.
I need to jump on Ruckus.
Make your champion your own.
That is a 306 victim. Alright then. This is actually one of my favorite maps for Ruckus on because of the balance of this map. Ruckus is great because he's able to be a flank tank and a push tank, but he's not going to be a point tank ever. But on this map, there's enough ways for you to play the objective without actually, like, sitting on the point the entire time. I don't have a strong enough healer, so normally I would be running one of my healing loadouts, but for the sake of the video, I'm running the fucking Umbrella. So, they do not have a tank or a healer. They do have double Illuminate.
Shut it!
So, that's gonna be a thing, and we're gonna need Haven. So we're gonna need Haven and Illuminate pretty badly. Okay. Well, let's see.
There's a battle to be won.
And what are you going to do then?
What the fuck shit right here with newspaper? You see, the duration on the shield actually lasts a good long while, but once they buy Wrecker, it won't really matter. And then we drop the cooldown to 7 seconds, which is kind of nice. So we can kind of get some grenade, we can kind of get some spam going on in there, but...
The battle is about to begin.
I just can't stand Aya right now. Cat Burglar, so I gotta watch out for the Maeve. Strix went
5, 4, 3,
yeah, he already
2,
bought Wrecker. He already knows what he's
1.
going for.
Let the battle begin. First blood.
Please do something with sustaining
Enemy double kill.
I keep pressing L2 more thinking I have the extra rockets, but I don't.
Ruckus to the rescue!
That'd be a good tank and hold.
alive.
She's still on her. Jesus. Yeah, once you have Wrecker, the shield just evaporates. We'll be picking up Cauterize because they have a decent amount of sustain, and even though there's no healer, that's not a reason to not buy Cauterize. I just want Cauterize if they can't heal themselves that well. Now we're losing points. want to take this fucking Leon.
Kneel.
Their Victor's running morale boost, and I do not understand why.
Enemy
Don't really
killing
need it.
spree.
But
Enemy double kill.
oh, I got my shield up just in time. That little health boost I got that was came in handy. He's okay. I could hold here just to cancel out the blindness. There's a lot of fire in my face. I'll pick up the Haven 2 over the Illuminate 3. I have Kill to Heal 1, which is kind of sad. But Kill to Heal doesn't benefit tanks unless you have it surgery. I haven't ulted once, but it's because I don't have an opportunity to really.
Enemy killing spree.
I wanted to see if they would be caught off guard by it, but I was just a bad ult on my part. Oh well. It's not like we're gonna win this or anything, you know.
Get on the point.
You fought well,
Ruckus
Awesome.
definitely benefits from good tracking aim.
rock.
But I think the problem that
Valor,
a
grace,
lot of people
and
that I see
presence.
have with him is the fact that just he can't sustain himself that well. And yes, one general does give you, sustain. The problem is, it's just too easily countered. So that Wrecker 1, your shield goes down pretty quickly. At Wrecker 2, your shield goes down before you even notice you had it up. And at Wrecker 3, people can one-shot it. Like, people that shouldn't be able to one-shot it. Like, an Eminence Leon can one-shot your shield on Wrecker 2 or 3. I forget if it's 2 or 3. But there's a lot of characters that, if they have Wrecker at tier 2 or 3, they can just one-shot. Now, you don't do as much damage on Flux Generator. The shielding was decent, 42,000. But you notice our damage, 25,000. Now, yes, we're second on our team behind the Victor. But our damage was shit. If I had run Rocket Barrage, I would have had so much more damage. But that is Flux Generator Ruckus for you. So. Alright, well, thank y'all for watching.